Good morning, world. It's Saturday, and today's a pretty foggy day, but whatever. So right now I'm sort of just taking a walk, taking a jog, to do some exploring around my neighborhood, or even a bit beyond, and hopefully I'll find something interesting. All these windy roads up this hill, or this mountain really. Good thing I have my iPod Touch, so I don't get lost. Look at this thick fog. Alright, so despite using my iPod to try to find the route up this mountain, I still got lost because I took the wrong road. But I was way too far down, so I just thought, oh, what the heck, I'll just go home. So that's what I'm doing now. A quick stop at Safeway. So I've been back for a while now, and I've had the urge to kind of cook something. So of course I turned to my favorite cooking show, Good Eats. I guess I'll make some pizza. I've never considered using my vlogs to make a cooking show, but let's see how it works. Let's see, I have half a pound of AP flour, half a pound of whole wheat flour, 1 packet of yeast, just instant, highly active, rapid rise yeast, and here I have 10 ounces of water and a tablespoon of honey. About 110 degrees. And now all I'm missing is some salt and oil, and that's it. Simple pizza dough. So Julius and Patricia came over to our house, and now we're out here in Pacifica again. Not doing too much, just watching the waves a bit. Later we're gonna get some gorilla barbecue. It was on Triple D. That's how I found out about that place. It looks pretty good, and I've been there once. I am at my cousin's house right now in San Leandro, and here is the finished products. I actually baked 3. 3-day Labor Day weekend, very little homework, and watching old vlogs. I don't know why I'm watching them on YouTube. They're all on my computer without having to download. Out for a post-dinner stroll and to get some food. I'm doing a lot of walking today, but that's good. But today I just want to do a really quick, short topic. It's about memory. And memory is something that's common to almost all of us, so this will be pretty relatable. Now, the one thing I want to kind of clear up is that memories aren't really formed like a file cabinet. You know, we don't see something or experience something and then record it perfectly in our brains. We actually sort of write a story or paint a picture every time we go through an experience, and that's stored in our brain. So really, what we see is, and how we store it in our memory is really distorted by our cognition. So that's one of the many reasons why memory can be distorted and sometimes hard to recall accurately. This is actually kind of interesting to know, and most of you might not have known this before, but when we retrieve a memory, what we're really doing is rerunning that sort of experience in our mind. Not just like it's not just like a big picture on a screen that we just watch over and over again. We actually run through that experience in our heads. There's a difference there, and that means that you know, every time we run through, things can be added, things can be left out, and that's one of the biggest ways that memory changes. And that's, you know, really why memory is unstable. Ironically, the more we rehearse and run through these memories in our heads, the more they can change. So that's kind of, you know, funny. But the one exception to that is when we memorize static things, or things with some physical standard. For example, if you're memorizing a list of groceries, or maybe a list of, I don't know, chemical ions, then that's very different, because when you rehearse that, you rehearse based off of an external piece of paper in this case, instead of something that's already just in your head, and something that might not even be accurate to begin with. Why are memories important? Well, very often they're the last things we ever have left of, you know, experience or something like that. And as I've said before many times, time is fleeting. So, you know, a lot of what we have left are just memories. In addition, of course, to the physical things that are passed down, for example, mementos, and of course, in my case, videos. So now comes the key question in this discussion. Why are memories so important to us? Well, really, memories sort of define who we are, and they define how we see the world. and that affects us in a really, really strong way. Now, when we lose something in the world that's connected to really deeply to one of our memories, so for example, if we, lose the loved one, or if our house is destroyed or something like that, then the problem with that is that it also kind of takes away a lot of the memories, a lot of the good memories that we've stored in our brains. For those of you who remember way back to my very first vlog, I talked about the metamorphosis theory, that a person dies 3 times. Once is their physical death, once is when they're interred, and once is when the last time their name is ever mentioned. Now, there was actually more to that theory that I didn't really mention because at that time it wasn't relevant to my topic, but now it is. You see, when a person passes on and we have sort of a schema of this person in our heads, this schema can kind of change, and this changing schema really changes the very identity of the person who's been lost. So that's a very important thing to know. Now, this means that while we are here on Earth, while we still have time on our side, if you will, we need to really take in a lot of it, take in as much as we can, of course, enjoy a lot of it, and of course, make very good memories for us to sort of relive in the future. That's really important. Safeway for the second time today. This one's a lot nicer though. Alrighty, so we bought some ice cream and now we're heading back home. Well, really back to my cousin's house.